this week's Ask Dr. Nikki comes from Claire, and Claire asks, "Dear Dr. Nikki, I'm in a new relationship and my current partner keeps wanting to know how many people I've had sex with. Do you think it's ever a good idea to discuss your sexual past?" Short answer, yes and no. What worries me is, why do they keep wanting to know how many people you've had sex with? I do think it's a good idea to talk about your sexual past on some level, but that needs to be done in a more healthier way, and asking for permission. So if you're volunteering this information, it might be something along the lines of, "Hey, I really want to tell you a story about my past. I really want to talk about this experience I had. Are you okay hearing it?" But when it comes down to numbers, especially for women, I really question why it's important. Is that person trying to put you into a box? Are they trying to judge you? Are they trying to work out whether you are the virgin or the whore? This is a common thing I think women get, is that men want to know, well, are you experienced enough to kind of be open-minded sexually, or have you been too experienced that you might be a little bit of a slut? It can be a version of slut shaming. Now, obviously, without knowing this person, knowing the context, I can't just run to the assumption of slut shaming, but you do need to be really conscious and careful of why they keep asking you how many people that you've had sex with. At the end of the day, if you don't feel comfortable volunteering that information, then don't. Simple as that. And if they keep pushing you with that and they're not respecting that, then you really need to start questioning what type of person that you are currently in a new relationship with. Not that I'm encouraging you to get rid of them, but you just might need to have some conversations around what kind of behaviours you deem as disrespectful and respectful. If you are finding this offensive or finding the pressure to volunteer this information, tell that person and just say, "I don't really feel comfortable. Maybe one day I do. I'm happy to discuss some interesting things that happened in the bedroom and some of my favourite experiences, but I just don't feel like telling you a number is necessarily going to help." I also think we've got to look at what constitutes as sex. Some people, they're very much stuck in that procreation model of human sexuality, where they really weight so much more importance on penis-vagina sex versus anything else. But I think, why should oral sex, manual sex, anal sex, all other types of sexual experiences be weighted any differently to penis and vagina sex, just because penis and vagina sex can lead to procreation? So we really need to also reassess what it means to have sex these days anyway. If you hooked up with a whole lot of people in high school at school dances with your tongue down your throat, I mean, you might not want to constitute that as sex, but you might have had experiences that didn't eventuate into foreplay but were very sexual and very intimate and close, that you count in that number. Now, a great little trick to getting around this: don't count. Simple and easy. I don't sit there at night time and think back to everybody that I've hooked up with. I don't think back to how many people I've had sex with. I simply sometimes reminisce about all the fun and the great things that I've experienced in my life. And that's the way that we need to see our sexual past, not necessarily focusing on a number, so we can either place judgment on it or we can either wear it as a badge of honor. So I hope that helps. And I hope you have some really healthy conversations with your new partner about your sexual past. Now, if you have a Ask Dr. Nikki question that you would like me to answer, head over to my Facebook page or my Instagram, shoot me a DM, private message, whatever you want to call it, and ask me your question, and you might just see it on here. Okay, thank you. Bye.